welcome everyone. Hello, agencies. My name is Jones, and thank you for joining today's webinar with Net24 and Regent College International Schools. We are really excited to have you with us to explore these new opportunities for collaboration and studying in Poland. And today we have two beautiful guests, Miss Joanna and Dr. Anna. We are really excited for you to join us to learn everything you need to know about sending your students here.
Everyone, once again, we are really glad that we've got the chance to share some details about our institution. We will also provide you with certain information about Poland and also Elbląg, the town in which our school is located. So let me tell you first about Poland. I will give you certain details while it's worth living, while it's worth studying in Poland. Let me tell you a few details about Regent College International High School. The institution was founded more than 25 years ago as a language school, which continued until now. And in 2014, primary school was established, and finally in 2016, Regent College International High School. It is a British high school, and we also offer the option of accommodation. Poland is a very diverse country. There are picturesque places all over the country, so you can enjoy the beautiful seaside, mountain area, and also lakes. So if you are a person who enjoys healthy lifestyle, you can explore so many different places, and you are given plenty opportunities to do sports and to have a fabulous life here in Poland. Poland has a very rich history, fantastic culture, and it's a wonderful mixture of both, tradition and also the modern lifestyle, which is visible also in our architecture and in the way we live. And focusing on one of the greatest advantages of living in Poland, it's the location of our country is right in the heart of Europe. So the location allows people to travel. Also, transport is well accommodated. We have fast trains that will take you for the weekend trips across Poland. And also we've got flights from the major cities in Poland, and also academic places usually have the airport nearby. So it allows students to have an international life and travel a lot. And apart from the location and everything that our wonderful surrounding offers, Poland is one of the fastest growing economies in the European Union. We've got a low employment rate, and it gives us the chance to have an excellent balance between quality of life and the living costs. And thanks to this, also the prices of tuition fees are lower in comparison to Western countries, which makes our country a good place for students who are looking for affordable places. And thanks to the fact that Poland develops so rapidly, we've got so many chances to find the prosper jobs and further options of your career development in so many different industries like medicine, finance, technology, IT. So there are just plenty of opportunities waiting for the students. And what also matters the most is the fact that Poland is one of the safest countries in Europe. And what is directly related to it, it has the lowest crime rate across Europe. So these are the most significant parts that make this place a wonderful experience for the international students. And let me tell you about Elbląg. Elbląg, as you can see, is a beautiful place. It's surrounded with nearby forests. It's one of the greenest towns in this area. It's rather a small town, but thanks to this, it's really quiet, it's peaceful, and it's really safe. So students usually find it a very comfortable place to live, and especially from the perspective of parents, it's a good place. And they do not worry too much about the environment that the students live in. So we try always to engage our students into sports, into recreation, and our town offers plenty of these options because of its location and also the facilities that are available. We've got swimming pools, courts, and so many different options for students to live a healthy life and focus on studying. As you can see, Elbląg is located in the north part of Poland. It's 60 minutes away from Gdańsk, and it's near the sea. It's 30 minutes away from the seaside. So we often take trips to bigger cities like Gdańsk, Warsaw, and it always helps students to explore the area. And a little bit more about the advantages, about the benefits of Elbląg itself, apart from the safety, apart from the clean, green surrounding that it offers. Especially the biggest advantage is that it's really affordable. So students, even those who have a modest budget, will manage to have quite a comfortable life. So the costs are definitely lower than in other bigger towns and cities. And right now I will let Anna Matowicz tell you why it's a great idea to study at Regent College International High School.
Hello, everyone. It's very nice to be part of this meeting today and having the opportunity to tell us more about what we offer as a school in these wonderful surroundings and in the safe and clean and prospering country of Poland. I will talk a little bit about, or a little bit more about the educational offer at Regent College International Schools, why we are unique in Poland and in Europe in comparison to other private international schools. And I will give you an insight into how education looks like at Regent College International High School. There's a number of reasons why we stand out as a school. We offer for our international students as well as students coming from Poland the option of enrolling for a full British curriculum. For those of you who are familiar with these terms, there are IGCSE and A-level exams that we are conducting. These are British exams conducted in the middle of high school and then at the end of the high school. The A-level exams allow entry to universities. They are the final exams that universities consider for their applications. And they are prepared and conducted according to the British benchmarks. We don't design the curriculum here in Elbląg. We don't check the papers, the exam papers here in Elbląg. This is done by Cambridge University and Oxford University. These are the two big and prestigious institutions that we cooperate with, and we are the accredited schools here in Elbląg and in Poland. And our cooperation relies on mutual trust and understanding, but also on, of course, sharing all the content of the programs, the papers, the whole teaching and examinations are conducted here in Poland, but then all the exam papers are shipped to Cambridge and Oxford for marking. And the certificates that the students receive are the British, Oxford and Cambridge certificates for international schools. The teaching that happens here at Regent is delivered by a very experienced and highly educated and qualified team of staff. We have international teachers and Polish teachers. The international teachers, they represent a variety of cultures and variety of approaches. They come from the USA, from Canada, from the UK, from South Africa and other English-speaking countries. We do have Polish teachers who are excellent in English, and they do deliver the curriculum fully in English. Among our teaching staff, we have 4 teachers with PhD degrees in a variety of subjects, and many of our staff members have experience of teaching before at university level, both in Poland and abroad, and in private schools, both in Poland and abroad, as well as in public schools. So there is a breadth of experience shared between us. What makes us stand out is the individual approach that we can offer in a very comfortable setting. We are not a big school. There is about 100 students now in our high school, and this allows us to work really on a almost one-to-one basis or in a very small groups. This is very helpful for the students. This is also the standard that the best universities in the world apply, where the tutorial groups or the lectures happen in much smaller groups that enable direct contact with the students, that enable picking up where the student requires some additional support. It also allows to discover talents that otherwise in big groups could go undiscovered. And this is very comfortable both for the students and the teacher as well. The regular size of our subject groups is about 10 to 15, but there are smaller ones as well, especially for subjects involving practical sessions such as chemistry or physics or biology, and there is a lot of it in the international program, and that helps when the groups are smaller and we can do it in comfortable conditions. This, of course, also feeds into the atmosphere of the school. Everyone knows everyone. We are in touch with the students. If something is a little bit off, if someone is not feeling that well or not working to the fullest of his or her potential, we can quickly pick it up and act on it. And that creates a feeling of mutual trust as well, which we very much value and cherish. And it creates this friendly atmosphere, both between the staff and the teachers, but also within the school community as such. As I mentioned, we are not that large school. We do have primary school and high school, and between these two schools, we do have, despite the small number of students, representatives of 22 countries coming from 5 different continents. So it is an international school, not only by its name, but also by its makeup. And of course, all these different students and different teachers, they bring with them their own experiences, their own perspectives, and this allows us to benefit from that shared time that we have here in Regent. For students coming from outside of Elbląg, we do offer boarding at our Regent campus, and Joanna will say more about that option. This is the campus that is about 1 kilometer away from the main school building. Very comfortable setting, very safe way through parks. So an option that our students have been using for years, and it is proving very successful, adding also the benefit of students developing certain life skills, living away from home, but under supervision and care of our staff that is there 24/7. As part of our educational experience, in addition to the program, of which I will say a little bit more in a second, we also take a big care and a great pride in offering various trips and exertions that would help students learn about new countries, new cultures. We always take them to museums and galleries. And at this point, they've been to all the major museums and galleries in Europe, and we keep organizing these trips on a regular basis. And that often involves also visiting university admission offices, if we are able to arrange that, so that the students, in addition to sightseeing, in addition to visiting museums and gaining from that educational experience, so that they could also gain some knowledge about the admission processes of universities, what is required. That very much helps them to motivate themselves for their future adventures at the educational arena. We also offer a wide range of extracurricular activities, of which I'll say a couple of words in a second. In addition to visiting universities in Poland and abroad, we also offer our internal university admission guidance with platform that only a handful of schools at the moment has access to. And these platforms, they allow us to search through university admission criteria, both in Poland and abroad. And we guide our students through inviting universities and representatives to our school, also attending university fairs wherever possible. So there's a lot happening here that deals with the next stage of our students' education, because we see our role and our mission as preparing to the best of abilities and to the highest quality for the next stage. High school in itself is not yet the goal, it's a preparation stage for what's to come. And that's where we offer guidance as well. The trips that we are organizing, as you can see from those pictures, they cover major cities in Europe and beyond. We've been to Italy a couple of times. We see here Florence and Venice, for instance. London is the regular on our list, as is Edinburgh, and visiting the Scottish universities there, also Paris, and in the corner here, one of our trips to New York, and that's been a couple since then. And we're always looking forward to new additions. We are planning a visit to the Netherlands as well, and maybe even this school year. And in September, a team of our students visited Barcelona. That was not just a sightseeing trip, but that was very much an educational focus there, with a Spanish course happening. In addition to visiting all the most interesting and picturesque regions of Barcelona. And that is part of how we see the extra activities, something building up the students, opening their eyes to new opportunities and to the beauty of the world and of the cultural values that Europe and the world has to offer. That is also linked to the different clubs that we offer for our students in our school, and there is a range, something to choose from for everyone. For those who are especially keen about sports, there is a golf club and a bike club. We do have a very active chess club as well. The chess sets are spread across the school, and it's really something wonderful to see the students in their breaks playing chess and spending time discussing over chessboards the moves and the strategies. And something that is very much part of our Regent culture here. For those interested in more scientific subjects, there's Research Club with visits to different labs and universities and exhibitions. There's Film Club and Psychology Club. They have more of a discussion kind of nature. Cultural Club for those interested in joining a number of activities, cultural events happening around the city, and not only. We do organize regular activities here in Elbląg, but also in nearby Gdańsk, and when possible and interesting, we would also go to the other cities, including the capital city of Warsaw, and Regent Times, our school newspaper for those who find their calling in journalism. So that's basically what is offered by our school in addition to the main curriculum. There is a range of educational partners that we worked with. We've already mentioned, and you may see it in our logo, that we are accredited by Cambridge International Education, and very recently also by Oxford AQA International Qualifications. So two big universities with their daughter branches dedicated to excellence in education work with us in order to offer our students the international curriculum. We are also supported by Wolsey Hall, which is a British institution that helps us to supplement our offer with additional subjects, because our groups are not that big. Every now and again, we'll have a student who would be willing to study a subject that we as a school do not offer stationary, but then through Wolsey Hall, we are able to arrange that for subjects such as maybe sociology or psychology, depending on the needs. This is again a very prestigious and well-known organization. We've been working with them for 2 years now, and it is proving very successful. We also work closely with a number of universities. Just a couple listed here. There are also those that we visit on our trips and that we meet at a variety of university fairs. But here in Poland, we work closely as a partner with Coventry University, Wrocław. This is the only British university with a branch in Poland, where students can apply and attend a fully British program and gain British diploma from Coventry University, and it's happening at a fraction of the price that students would pay in Britain itself. University of Warsaw, the best and most prestigious Polish university. We are frequent guests there as well. There is a number of activities that they do and invite us for like, additional online sort of introductory courses for students who are interested in pursuing specific subjects. We work with University of Łódź in the heart of Poland on a pedagogical experiment comparing the international program and the national program, and it's been a cooperation for the last 3 years, proving very successful and very insightful as well. And we've been chosen by the university because of all the international schools in Poland. We are the smallest, and yet we offer what the biggest ones offer as well. So it was quite unique for them. They saw it, they approached us, and we've been working since. We also work with Unifork, that's the platform that collects information and presents in a very user-friendly way information about university opportunities in the English language across the world. Tool that we're using here with all our students to help them before graduation decide where they could go and guide them through the process. As a school, we are also part of the Forum of International Schools in Poland and of our kids platform that is again platform combining information and also allowing networking opportunities of schools across Poland. And we are the reference school for Google for education. These are just the major educational partners that our students are in touch with in one way or another across the school year. But there's, of course, plenty more on a less regular basis. And the school itself is spread across 2 buildings. And the one that you can see now, that is the main building where our admission office, where our secretary office is located. This is also the building where our primary school students attend their classes. And there's about 120 of them at the moment. It is a rather big building. There's a basement level and an attic level. So in total, there are 5 floors that we use on a regular basis. And it's very much an Oxford style kind of building if you enter inside. But on the outside, it's also a historic and listed building here in Elbląg with a beautiful grounds around it. The high school building is just around the corner from it. It is a building of a rather unusual shape, but here we are spread across 3 floors as well, and that accommodates all the major facilities for our high school, including the school lab, which is a world-class lab, prepared and equipped in accordance with Cambridge University and Oxford University criteria. So all the newest equipment and all the materials needed for biology, chemistry, or physics experiments are there, and this is very much part of our daily chemistry, biology, and physics experience. All the classes in the high school building, the classrooms, they are much more modern in comparison to the Oxford style primary school, and it is a very comfortable setting with a lot of space for students to socialize and have a rest during the breaks. They've got access to their own microwaves and facilities like that. And there are lockers across the school, and a lot of places to sit down, have a chat, have a cup of coffee or tea in between lessons. The curriculum itself, of course, is the most important part of the presentation here. There is a lot that I would like to say to you about it, because I'm still in love with the curriculum, and I haven't got used to the fact that it opens such many opportunities for the students, but it also allows us as teachers to shape their thinking, their critical thinking, their analytical abilities, really in an incomparable way to any other curriculum that I've worked with, and I've worked with couple. We as a school offer as I mentioned before, the University of Cambridge, the Cambridge International Education Curriculum, and the Oxford International AQA Curriculum. And we are one of only a handful of schools in Poland, 13 in fact, that do offer the Cambridge curriculum, and there's only one more that offers Oxford curriculum in addition to that. So that allows us to combine the offer of these two, so that our students can make the most of the international program opportunities. When the students finish, they received an international certificate that is recognized in Poland and abroad. And this would be accepted by all of the world's most prestigious universities. And many universities will value it so much that they would give additional points for the fact that the student brought in the A-level or international A-level certificate with them. The teaching itself is divided into two main levels. The first 2 years in high school in Poland is 4 years, usually starts at the age of 14, 15. For the first 2 years, all the students do 6 to 8 core subjects, which are all taught in English. This is called the IGCSE level. After the 2 years, they take the exams. They also have the option of taking additional subjects, and I'll go through the subjects in a second. And this allows them to make the decision where they would like to head in the future. Because when they enter the third year of their high school education, they really need to decide which subjects they want to pursue for their certificates. And ultimately, the subject needs to be chosen on the basis of what the universities want from them. If someone is interested in engineering, well, then they need to present to the university a certificate that would detail of course, what subjects they've taken, and the university has to accept it. So it's important for the students to decide early on what subjects they are taking, so that they can fit exactly the university and the degree profile that would be required of them. And this is done in our school after the IGCSE exams, so in the third year of their education. And at this point, and this is what's unusual about the International Cambridge or Oxford program in comparison to, for instance, IB program, is that the students choose 3 to 4 subjects that they take in the English language, and the classes are happening for these 3 to 4 subjects for them. And there's about 7 to 8 hours of classes in each subject a week. And that leads to the preparation towards the exams. Of course, the students want to take more. There's always the opportunity. 3 to 4 is the minimum that would be required by universities. And that's an important stage for them, because they really need to decide on their specific direction. What you can see here now is the course schedule for classes with international program in the IGCSE and ASA level. So IGCSE is the first 2 years. grade 1 and grade 2. And as you can see, there is a range of obligatory classes that all the students would need to take. So there is English language in the Cambridge curriculum. There is mathematics, physics, Spanish as a foreign language, biology, chemistry, history, geography, and all the students are also required to learn Polish as a foreign language. These are 2 hours a week. It is not an examination type of subject, but a subject that will enable them and help them, of course, find their way around in Poland and get the conversational skills needed. There are PE classes, and once a week there is also a class teacher hour. So in total, there is 10 subjects that they would do, and 8 of these subjects are from the Cambridge or Oxford curriculum. Comes year 3, we divide between AS and A level exams. So at the end of grade 3, the students would take the first part of the final exams, and this first part is called AS. And the second part taken in grade 4 is called 8-2. And AS and A2 combined are called A level. And these are the exams with which with which students approach universities in the admission process. As I mentioned, 3 to 4 subjects is the minimum that the students choose, 6, 7, sometimes even 8 hours if needed per week for each subject. Polish is continued as a subject as well, but this setting enables the student really to focus on those subjects that they need to excel in order to get to the university of their choice. This is an ambitious program, but it is also something very much focused without any distractions. And since the students are usually choosing the subjects that they want to continue, the degrees that they want to do, then it is so much more motivating for them as well to learn the content of the subjects. So it is a very good and effective way of delivering education, because there are no obligatory subjects here. So to wrap it up, the advantages of the international program is the flexibility in choosing subjects in the 3rd and 4th year. The fact that there are no compulsory subjects for final exams. If someone does not feel strong in mathematics, they don't have to go through mathematics exam. And if, on the other hand, they are on everything about mathematics, then mathematics, physics, and chemistry can be their choice of exams. So this is a very much tailor-made kind of curriculum. There is also a possibility, as I mentioned, of splitting exams, and this is what we do into stages. At the end of stage 3, grade 3, students take AS exams, and at the end of the 4th year, the final year, they take the A2 exams. There is also the option of preparing students for the AS exam, for them to take the AS exam a couple of times, 3 times in fact. They can take it in June of the 3rd year, then in November the 3rd year, and then once again in June of the 4th year. So there are 3 results that may be coming in, and it is only the highest score that counts towards the final score on the certificate. So that, again, for them is an opportunity to get used to how the exams look like, to improve themselves and to score the highest. In many national programs, or even the IB program, you get the final exams and that's it. That's where the result that you get. Here you can spread it across stages, and that really enables the students to excel, to motivate themselves, to push a little bit more if that's what they need, and to focus on the other chunk of the content of the material. The exams are always happening. The main session is May, June. So that means that from when they start in September, the beginning of the school year in Poland is the 1st of September. Between September and May, that's about 8 months that they have for the AS preparation, and then another 8-month chunk for the A2 preparation. So again, it is very focused, it is very well structured, but at the same time, it does open so many opportunities to explore topics, to think critically, to communicate their findings, to do the practical sessions and practical exams. So a very good preparation for what's to come, which is for most the university level. The program develops as one of its main benefits not just language but all the valuable research skills. The certificates that are presented at the end that come straight from Cambridge and Oxford are prestigious and recognized by the universities worldwide. If someone wants to continue studies in Poland, all Polish universities would accept that as well. If they want to go anywhere else in the world, there's not a university that wouldn't accept these certificates. And many universities, in fact, value these international A-level exams so much that they give the possibility of shortening the study period. In the States, for instance, when universities see the A-level exams in certain subjects, they will write off the first year, which makes it for the students much more also financially comfortable, because instead of studying for 4 years, let's say, they would study for 3 only. This, of course, depends on the university, but it also shows that even the Ivy League universities value these qualifications. And we are very proud and happy that we are able to offer this opportunity here for students at Regent College. And we very much hope that some of the students, young people you are in touch with, will be interested in the offer, and we might see them as part of our community here as well. Thank you very much.
So our students are equipped with so many different skills. They are aware of their abilities, they are courageous, and they can study worldwide, and they use their chances. So as an example, these are our very recent graduates, and already they study worldwide. They study in so many European countries. And to mention a few, for example, the University of Bologna, Padua University, Netherlands. Some of our students study in Leiden, in Amsterdam. Some of other students got accepted to a very prestigious university, St. Andrews University in Scotland, for the molecular biology course. And what is also worth mentioning, you do not have to leave Poland if you do not want to. There are so many different universities that offer courses with English as a language of instruction, and the opportunities, the options are endless. So we are really glad that we can guide our students to these wonderful chances and observe their career path that starts here in primary school also, and then continues in high school. And talking about the admission process and how to apply. So the very first thing the students need to do, the candidate needs to do, is to complete the online application. Then it needs to be printed and signed and delivered to school. Once we receive it, we start the application procedure. We ask the student to provide the necessary documents, which are the reports from the previous years. We also schedule the interviews. Students take the English test and also participate in the speaking part, and have a meeting with our school's representative, and also a meeting with the psychologist. After the whole steps are completed, we provide the student with the decision. And when it comes to fees, once we accept the student, they need to pay the non-refundable enrollment fee, which is approximately around 700 euros. Every year, students pay annual affiliation fee for Cambridge University, which is around 420 euros. Fees for the year 1 and year 2, which is the preparation for the IGC examination, is around 7,700 euros a year, and it can be paid in installments. The year 3 and 4, which is the preparation for the AS and then A-level examination, costs around 35,000 zlotys, so more than 8,000 euros a year. And what needs to be paid separately and is not included in the tuition fee, for example, the textbook. So it's 500 euros, and the books are for 2 years. So for each stage of education, they need to buy a set of books. And apart from that, exams are paid additionally, and also all the trips, all the excursions, and the school lunches need to be paid apart from that tuition cost. As I have mentioned at the very beginning, we are a British high school and we also offer the option of accommodation. It's nearby our high school building, 1 kilometer away, and the surrounding of it, like Elbląg in general, offers so many chances to do sports, to have recreation activities, and to spend time in a very healthy way. So just nearby, just opposite the building that you can see right now, there is the ice skating track, roller skating track, there are swimming pools nearby, tennis courts, and students can use it if obviously they are willing to. And directly in the building there is the gym, and students have kitchen that is available only for our Regent students and our native teachers who also live at the dormitory. And the rooms are equipped, all the rooms are equipped with private bathrooms. Students may choose between single and double rooms, and all the rooms have their private bathrooms. So the conditions of living are very comfortable. Usually the students and their parents are surprised that it's such a comfortable accommodation. So when it comes to the payment, as you can see, the single room costs approximately 460 euros a month, and the double room costs about 390 euros a month. And for the first year students, we have a special offer. We offer free boarding, but it's only for the first year students, and the number of such places is limited. So those who apply first and are accepted might be provided with the free boarding options. But what needs to be mentioned is that the weekends are always extra paid. So all the weekends and all the days off school are paid separately apart from the regular payment. And there is also a guardianship fee for the students who use the option of free boarding, and it's around 100 euros a month. And I would like you to have a look at our material that we recorded in our school. It shows the school environment. There are interviews with our students, our teachers, and also we had a visit at the Hall of Residence where our students and native teachers live. So I hope you will enjoy it.
Regent College International High School is a boarding school located near the sea, just under an hour's drive from Gdansk. We offer a choice of education in the Polish curriculum or the Cambridge International Programme, including the option to take the international A-level exams. Regent College offers 3 profiles within the Polish curriculum and flexible subject options in the international programme.
Jestem w klasie drugiej na profilu matematyczno-ekonomicznym, rozszerzam język angielski, matematykę oraz geografię. Wybrałem Regenta ze względu głównie, aby rozwinąć swój język angielski, ale także, aby uczyć się na najwyższym poziomie i aby to podejście nauczyciela do ucznia było indywidualne, przez to, że jest nas tutaj mało i jesteśmy bardzo kameralną szkołą, no niezwykle się tu realizuje i spełnia ta szkoła wszystkie moje oczekiwania.
Jedną z ważniejszych kwestii jest to, ile wyciągam z lekcji i kwestia jakby wolnego czasu, jaki mam po szkole.
Jaka jest przynależność systematyczna człowieka w królestwie zwierząt? We put a lot of emphasis on interaction, on motivation. We want our students to be ready and eager to discuss, to debate, and they learn not only to pass the exams.
Our school guarantees an unparalleled learning environment, small class groups, individual approach of the teachers, and very well-equipped classrooms.
The bottom of the have two. Yes, okay. So now the next step, we need to filter it out. Okay? We need to separate the solid substance from the solution.
Program międzynarodowy dla wszystkich, zarówno humaniści, jak i ścisłowcy, a także przyrodnicy znajdą się właśnie.
Find the length of the radius is also our diameter, okay? And what was the formula? How do we calculate the area?
Wybrałem matematykę, geografię i język niemiecki. Będę zdał maturę w tym roku ESL i w przyszłym roku planuję studiować we Włoszech. Planuję studiować zarządzanie przedsiębiorstwem.
Program międzynarodowy wymaga ode mnie dużo indywidualnej pracy, ale zawsze mogę liczyć na wsparcie nauczycieli.
Nasze grono pedagogiczne tworzą świetnie wykształceni specjaliści oraz native speakerzy, czyli użytkownicy rtętni języka angielskiego.
I'm from Belarus. It's my first year here, and I have chosen Regent in order to get high quality education.
We hold an accreditation from the University of Cambridge and are a registered Cambridge International School.
The Cambridge program doesn't only teach you about the subject, but also about time management, organization, and self-confidence.
Regent College High School offers a rich variety of extracurricular activities and fantastic educational trips, including many foreign trips filled with attractions. For students from outside Elbląg, we offer accommodation options at our Regent campus.
Elbląg is not a very big city, and I lived in a lot of places in Poland and outside of Poland, and I feel very safe here, and it has everything I need for learning, and I'm really enjoying living here. Elbląg is located very close to the sea, as well as some bigger cities like Gdańsk, for example. In your free time, you can go there by train. It takes less than an hour. There is always someone from Regent campus staff here. We can ask them for help anytime.
Thank you very much for coming. And
Thank you for the
good day.
attention. Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye, see you.
Great day. See you.